What's going on YouTube? It's your guy Darian, man. I'm the BowTie fragrance guy. Obviously, I talk about fragrances on this channel, but I also like to throw in some style and some grooming tips as well. I think it's very important to present the best version of yourself that you can every day. So that's not only, what you smell like, that's also, of course, what you look like. So if you're into looking good and smelling great, hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications, so that way anytime a new video is uploaded on this channel, you'll get notified. Guys, I got something very interesting that I want to talk to you guys about today. I have a new brand. This fragrance was sent to me. The brand is called Cupids, all right? And their fragrances are centered around the usage of pheromones. I don't know if you guys remember, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I talked about hedione being utilized in fragrances and, kind of how that can kind of use pheromones and stuff like that to kind of help with seduction, all that good stuff. So now we actually have a brand, Cupids, that actually has their own pheromone, from what they said, their pheromone oil that they use in their fragrances that kind of helps increase attraction and stuff like that. We're gonna find out. But I have one of their fragrances here called Hypnosis, and I want to get into talking about, just some realities about my experience with the fragrance and the whole nine. But we'll get into it. So I'm going to run the intro. When we come back, we're going to hear about this fragrance. So if you want to hear my thoughts, the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's go. Yeah.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into it. So again, the brand name is Cupids. All right, and from what I could see, I think they have 4 fragrances in their portfolio. The fragrance I want to talk about today, Hypnosis, is one. And I think they have one called Ignite, one called Charm, and maybe one called Lust. So you can kind of see where they're going with the marketing for the brand. Again, they have their own molecule oil that they use in their fragrances, and again, it's supposed to kind of help with increased, attraction level and stuff like that with the fragrances from the brand. All right, so I want to show you guys the packaging really quick. Again, kind of creative. I think the whole idea behind it is very creative. This is the box. All right, they have a little pull tab here. You see Cupid on the front, and the fragrance just rests in here. I mean, again, I'll tell you guys now what the fragrance is selling for is $59. So don't expect Rosie Dove packaging, because that's not what this is. You can kind of see just from what I'm showing you. And here's the bottle. Okay, so nice concept. Again, the bottle itself is not, what you, again, not to expect Rosie stuff. It's just a very basic, but for what you're paying for 59 bucks, I'm cool with it. All right, so here's the bottle again. The name of this one is called Hypnosis. This is kind of has vanilla, amber, musk, and spices in this particular scent. And I think the pheromone oil that they use in their fragrances are called Pure, if I'm not mistaken, VXN. So that is the pheromone oil that they use in their fragrances. So again, a fragrance like this that is centered around like vanilla, kind of vanillic, ambery tones with musk and spices. Now, I do get a little bit of freshness in the opening. I think they classify this particular fragrance as an aromatic fougere. So I'm gonna spray it on my hand, and I'm gonna get into just telling you guys about my experience with it. So here's the sprayer. So kind of squirts out there a little mist. So the fragrance itself, man, listen, I don't have enough scientific knowledge to tell you guys exactly how well this pheromone oil that's in these fragrances will work as it relates to attracting women. Now, I will tell you, obviously, you guys know that fragrance itself is one of those things that we can use to put it on and kind of, how I describe it, enhance your overall marketability, because when you smell good and you look good, the smelling good is kind of the icing on the cake. So fragrances, alone, whether they have certain pheromone oils in them or not, have the ability to attract, or enhance, again, your overall personal marketability. And that's something that I love about it. This particular fragrance, just my experience with it, when I spray it, I really love the way this smells. It is the kind of scent profile that I really enjoy because I love fougere. I dress up a lot in suits and things of that nature, so you guys know how I roll as it pertains to how I present myself. So I love the way this fragrance smells when it opens up. Now, I will say this. The projection on it only lasts for about an hour. All right, it projects pretty good for that first hour, then it really starts to sit close to the skin. The overall longevity on the fragrance is between 4.5 to 5.5 hours. Now, again, there's a lot of fragrances that have a similar, as far as performance. When I put my nose about right here, and this is why I'm explaining the performance, about right here, I can still pick it up at about that 4.5 hour mark. When it gets to 5.5 hours, I have to go about here. Now, I can still smell it on my hand, but again, it's very, very close to the skin. And I think only somebody that's really in your radius will probably be able to pick it up at that time. So I give it about 4.5, 5.5 hours, somewhere in there as far as the performance. Now, again, it smells really good. It smells really good. Within that first hour or so that I wore it out to work. I did get 2 compliments on the fragrance. So it is a fragrance that smells good. And in my first experience wearing it, I did get 2 compliments wearing this fragrance. Now, again, as far as the pheromone oil that they use in the whole 9, can I attribute that to the compliments? That's scientific knowledge is a little bit beyond me. But what I can tell you again is that the fragrance smells good. Now, again, for $59, again, I've already kind of showed you the bottle. This is what you would be getting. Again, besides Hypnosis, they have 3 other fragrances in their portfolio. Again, one is called Lust, one Ignite, one is called Charmer. I love to smell them just to kind of see what those 3 smell like. I think from what I'm assessing, and this is just kind of looking at the website and the fragrances that are offered, I think they're probably going to have similar scent profiles, but slightly different. One of them seems to have a little bit more fresh aquatic notes up top, but the base of the fragrance, I think, seems to be kind of the same. They use the same pheromone oil from what they're saying in all of the fragrances. So, again, that's what I kind of expect if I were to have the other 3 fragrances to expect. A similar dry down, different opening. So if you like something that's a little bit more fresher, or whatever the case may be, you have different options that you could choose. Now, I think they actually sell their pheromone oil separate as well. So I know there's a lot of guys out there that ask about oils and stuff like that. I've never really been into oils, but I think they have the pheromone oil. If you just wanted to purchase the oil, you could do the oil, or you could purchase the oil and the fragrance and then use additional oil, kind of mix it with the fragrance. I don't know how that will work because I haven't tried it, but I did see that was available on the website. So all in all, guys, listen, you talk about value, again, it's $59. I don't know if I have a discount code or anything, but I will link it down below if you want to check it out. But again, it smells good. At the end of the day, that's what fragrances are about. Like I said, the pheromones and what they do and all that kind of stuff, you have to try it for yourself and see. I can just tell you with my experience, I did get 2 compliments when I wore this fragrance. So, there's that. I think this particular one that I have will be a fragrance you could kind of wear year round because it is an aromatic fougere, and that's what it's classified as. And again, it's a very pleasant smell. Very pleasant smell. Nothing crazy, nothing over the top, but again, very, very pleasant. And again, in my wearing experience, I did get noticed 2 compliments when I wore it. So take that for what it is. But like I said, I will link it down below if you guys want to check it out. I think it's a very, very interesting concept. And again, I'm very interested to try the other 3 just to kind of see, how they smell and, test my theory of what I anticipate they would smell like. But like I said, for $59, if you guys would like to try it, I'll make sure I link it down below where you can check it out. But that is it, guys. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks that you think could use the information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the BowTie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.